The Rotary engine brought a huge excitement in the 60s, as it promised a lighter and more compact structure than a regular piston engine, with a potential of higher horsepower outputs. It took some time until all manufacturers developing this power plant realized that it is going to be more complicated to fine-tune than they initially thought. Regardless, these are the cars which were eventually produced after all. Citroen M35. The Project M35 was a Citroen Ami-derived coupe using a Wankel engine and also a hydropneumatic suspension with a variable ride height. The single rotor engine it used was twice as powerful as Ami's original flat 2 engine. It was designed by Lecomte, which was a Citroen and NSU founded company. Although they produced up to 267 examples, it wasn't officially sold, but rather provided to loyal customers to try it out. NSU SPIDER. Designed by Bertone, the NSU SPIDER featured a tiny single rotor in the back of the car. As it was based on the Prince Sport model, the rotor unit was installed in a place of an original twin-cylinder. Not only it was more compact, but had also more power, drastically improving the car's dynamics. Vaz 21018. The Vaz 2101 is a very popular model by Lada. Various 4-stroke 4-bangers appeared under its hood, but very few know that it was officially produced with 2 different rotary power plants. The 21018 had a 654cc engine, the 21019 was equipped with a pair of such rotors and a nice output of 115 horsepower. This brought a serious respect as it was a lot quicker than any other Russian car back then. Besides, the newer 2105 and Samara also received Wankel units. NSU Ro80. The Ro80 was NSU's try to cut a piece of the pie in the luxury higher class sedan segment. Unlike others, this car used a unique rotary engine, which promised a lot being lighter and more powerful. The Ro80 stands for rotary and 80 horsepower it was supposed to have. Although a much higher output was claimed, due to a 3-speed auto gearbox, its acceleration was unimpressive. The Rotary's engine's lifespan issues regarding the apex seals killed the NSU for good. Mazda Cosmo. The Mazda Cosmo was the very first Japanese car to feature rotating pistons. It was a 1-liter 2-rotor officially announced in 1965. There was around 110 horsepower, and with a low weight it was decently fast, if you imagine it was a 60s sports car. The Cosmo evolved into 3 different generations, with the latest one introducing the world's first production 3-rotor Wankel engine. It was in 1990. Citroen GS Birotor. Being as expensive as the larger Citroen DS model, the Birotor was a rotary version of the GS model. It was completely re-engineered, using an automatic transmission and pneumatic suspension. It was presented in 1973, as did the famous 1973 oil crisis. Less than 900 examples were made, but the co-motor engine even appeared in a helicopter called RE2. Mazda Repo. The rotary pickup was exclusively sold only in the US and Canada. With just 15,000 examples made during the 3-year production, it wasn't a popular model, but it is now being sold mainly by enthusiasts. While as a typical rotary car it was thirsty and not long-lasting, it raced in many SCCA events. Mercedes-Benz C111. There haven't been any further production car, although this Mercedes was produced in 13 examples. Amongst them, some were powered by a three-rotor with up to 284 horsepower, both only using natural aspiration. The M950F, as this Wankel project was dubbed, was sadly only experimental, as Mercedes cancelled the rotary development due to the fuel economy and engine lifespan naturally. The only one you could hear was the V8 example. Mazda RX. The Mazda RX lineup is the most popular rotary powered car ever. First, it was a derivation of the Capella and Savannah models, but later in 1972 it became a standalone model only featuring Wankel engine. It was the RX4 with either the 12A or 13B engine. A typical sign of them is that they all had a two-rotor engine, even though they differed in displacement and aspiration over time.
Up in Paris.